everyone. I'm Rudrani and welcome to Zoom Happy Space. Today I'll be chatting with an actor you've loved on screen. And she's coming back to win your heart again. I'm talking about the very talented and the beautiful Prachi Desai. Hello. Welcome to
Make
Zoom
some
Happy
background noise for ourselves. Okay, first of all, Rudrani, thank you so much. You always introduce us so beautifully. I feel like we really need to return the compliment because you're so amazing. You do this for us. So thank you so much for that. And people need to know how high spirited, how encouraging, how supportive, and just how amazing you are all the time. So thank you for that.
Thank you for that. Lots of love to you. We're going to start on that note. I'm going to ask you, what is Prachi's happy space?
Ooh. Okay, so this is amazing. I think my happy space is, I'd say this is like the general P zone, like general Prachi zone, which is always happy. It's always very happy. And then I do have my days or phases, a lot of them,
Of
where,
course.
yeah, you don't feel your best, sure. But I've learned this, I've learned how to sort of go back into that zone and very mindfully so. It took me very long to do that. But I feel like in general, I just am probably a happy person. I don't know if it's really my social awkwardness or my nervousness that makes me giggle a lot or just be outside and smiling the whole time. I don't know if it's the nervous me, but that's how people, I think, usually probably just remember me. So that's me. And now this is the mature Prachi talking that I always, when I'm there, I'm like, oh no, I have to come back up right there.
But that's
It's a
we're human.
conscious effort. We're human, yeah. But it's a conscious effort, and it really helps. It really helps.
In the beginning, you were told that it's difficult to make this transition from TV and to Bollywood. Now, thankfully, the lines have blurred. You were successful. You worked with the biggest of people, and then you slowed down. People didn't want to because you wanted to do certain kind of films, and if they were not coming your way, you were actually kind of secure enough to take that step back and say, hey, I will do this. And people don't want to do that in this industry, right? You're always told that don't take that break. People are going to forget you. You're going to be known as a has-been. I think it's brave to do that. So tell me why that gap and that retrospection was important for you. And I think for ones who are watching, they'll realize it's okay to slow things down.
I think this is a beautiful, beautiful question because it really sums up a lot of things into one. To begin with, what you first asked me, about me debuting and people probably saying that this is not going to be easy because we've not had people from TV come into films and things like that. I have to admit that because I was 19 years old at that time when I got my first break with Rock On. I have to tell you, when you're younger, you are just so fearless. I don't know where it even comes from, but you tend to be a lot more fearless with your choices. You do take a chance, the fact that you are from outside the industry, so you don't know how things work. It's really funny because one of our creative directors from Kasam Se, the show that I was doing at that point, she called me up and she was very worked up and she said, Prachi, what are you doing? I said, I'm shooting because I was just shooting all the time. It's like, no, Prachi, do you realize you got this call? They want you to be in their film. Do you realize how big this opportunity is? And I'm thinking, my first response to her was, but will you guys let me go? So she said, we realize what an amazing opportunity this is, and it will just make us proud that somebody that we launched is going to be on the big screen with such a fabulous cast put together. So she said, I really want you to go and meet the director and the producer and everybody. And I said, okay. She took me along. She literally took me with her because she knew that this teenager knows nothing. She's you just never know what I'm going to come back with. So she came with me. That's when I realized that this is a huge opportunity. First of all, because I was getting to actually debut with my favorite director, whose debut it was. I never imagined I'd be in a Farhan Akhtar movie. And Abhishek Kapoor is amazing. Gattu, for him, uh, I cannot stop singing praises, of him, because he was the first person who decided that a television primetime, show face is going to be a part of it. And
Yeah.
everybody says that you have to be in sight all the time because otherwise you'll be out of mind. Uh, I I just find it very awkward and weird. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I'm not there for my work or talking about my work, like what am I doing there? But or maybe sometimes it's also it could be that you are an outsider, so you have to put in that extra effort to sort of fit in also. So if you're already socially awkward and shy and trying to make that effort of fitting in because you are that outsider, oh my god, that could
The
I don't
pressure
know
is
what to
real.
say about that. If you are sort of strong-minded, you just want to do the kind of roles that you like. You
Yeah.
don't want to just keep doing films because you want like 3, 4 releases every year. Also, there are a lot of sexist roles in films that I've said no to. They're very big films,
Yeah.
uh, but I just didn't want to do them. So commercially, they sounded like, oh, this is big and everything. Um, I didn't want to be a part of those. So today it's a far better time than it was after I debuted, because when I debuted, everything was about big films. I don't. I'm embarrassed using that word, but this is how the press wrote it. This is how it was spoken about, and it was all about the numbers or who you're starring with. So it was never important what project you're picking up, but what's the package. So that sort of like baffled me a bit, and maybe also that made me a little shy in terms of choices. Maybe things came to me at that time which I couldn't recognize that these could just be path breaking or something. But I've learned my lesson.
Yeah.
So off late, when I was offered this film Silence, it's a female director. She came with such a fresh perspective. First of all, when she called me and said, "So I have this project," and she has been impeccably clear about her script, about what she wants, and how she sees each person in her film. So she said, "I have this really nice role of a cop. It's a team of 4 cops. 3 are men. There's just one girl in the team." I think my phone dropped. I said, really? You're going to cast me as a cop? Because imagine, nobody has seen this for so long. It took a woman to recognize that we can offer somebody something different. And I knew it that, oh my God, I'm doing this film because so crisply written. It's a whodunit thriller, and everybody has their own space in it. So nobody's scrambling or trying to be like the hero in it. It's just pure like cinema. And I loved the space that she gave me. She was like, sure, why can't my cop be petite? Sure, why can't my cop look good? Sure, why can't my cop dress modern? And I was just like, wow, this is amazing, because she did
Yeah.
not want to change me. She just
Yeah.
wanted me to come with everything I can put into this role. And that's how she had written it. Nothing about this has been conscious except for the fact that I've been conscious about the kind of roles I want to do.
Correct.
So yeah, the weight and the choice of roles was conscious, but how long that weight was going to be was never planned. Although a lot of people's opinions are that, like you said, they say that women only have this shelf life and they can only be in this industry for, like, you can just be a heroine for this particular shelf life. And look at our amazing women who've broken those barriers. And especially with OTT coming in today, I feel like people will get a chance to shine because they just deserve it.
It takes a lot to stay secure, not wanting to be a part of this rat race. And you've
Yeah.
managed to do that for a really long time now. And I know the kind of pressures that specifically women get, as to they're constantly reminding you of the fact that you're aging. They're constantly telling you what you're doing wrong, then appreciating what you've done right. How did you do you, and how do you stay like this, so positive?
That's absolutely right. Rarely have I ever had a conversation like yours where, I've had the response saying, it's cool, however you like it, and you be you, just do
Yeah.
what you're okay
Yeah.
with. Um, surprisingly, I've had a lot of close friends sometimes say things like, "Oh, but for you, it's all over now, right?" And I don't know what that means, which is why sometimes it gets a little overwhelming for us also, because we
Yeah.
don't even have that choice to say that, "Oh yeah, now 6 months break," or "Oh yeah, now 3 months break." Sometimes people do take it because they pace their films out, but that's still they know what they're doing next.
Yeah.
Over here, not knowing what you're going to do next, that takes a lot of conviction in your own head to know and believe that someday you will get the kind of roles that you do want to do. And I'm not saying that there were still some nice roles that came to me, but I just felt like I could do those roles when I am actually much older, like when I
Yeah.
am in my 40s maybe. Um, and I so love, I have to say, I so love Sushmita Sen, Vidya
Yeah.
Balan, or these women with so much power in them. They decide what they want to do and when they want to do it. Even come to see, if you notice, our heroes are what, like 50, 55 plus, and they're hailed as heroes. They will still do these beautiful songs
Forever
that they
young.
want to. They'll forever young. They will do action and whatever they like. But when it comes to choosing their heroines, they will only choose 20 plus year old girls to star in films with them. Why? Is it because they want to look younger? And that's the sad truth about the industry. And the minute you've done a couple of films, they won't repeat you then. How does that how does that work? And this is the hard truth that we know. And then, God forbid you do a role where you're playing a mature person or a mother or anything. That's it. The next 40 calls that come to you are going to be of inappropriate roles. This is really funny. I got a call for a film that a very very nice director was doing, and the producer called me up and he said, "Listen, so I think something happened where the female artist, she due to some issue at home, like health related issue, she had to just step back suddenly, yeah, because the shoot was going to happen in the next few days." I said, "Oh, okay, what is the role?" They said, "Oh, there's like a 16 or 18-year-old son that this woman has, and this is what happens in the film, and that's the role." So I said, "Sure. I mean, the story is fantastic, but I said I don't think it's age appropriate for me right now. Like I'm not feeling that
Correct.
excitement,
Ah.
and it. I mean, you're not going to say no to good roles, whatever they may be. But this particular one, I just wasn't feeling up for it or appropriate." Radrani, I don't think people like hearing no in this industry, and I don't know why they feel like they're doing you a favor when they offer you something.
Yeah.
He got so nasty with me on the phone. He said, "Oh, but what are you talking about? It's not like you have any work. It's not like you have any releases coming up in the theater. If you are actually a mainstream heroine who has a release in the theater, then you should worry about these things. So why are you worried about playing an 18-year-old's mother? What could be your problem with that? I mean, see, that ship has sailed, no, of you doing films and getting roles."
Oh my God.
And I was like,
That's
that just shows you how entitled men are.
yeah. And what is
Men
this
cannot
ego?
take a no.
No.
Yeah. What
Absolutely.
is this ego?
Ego.
Why can't you be entitled to saying a yes or a no for a film? This article in the paper, okay, about myself, one day, out of a sudden, it said that Prachi has left this industry. She's not interested in working because she's getting married abroad. So I was like, are you mistaking me for someone else?
All right, moving on to my second segment. A bunch of interesting questions. Are you ready?
Oh my God. Do I need a shot or what?
We've stayed in the lockdown with few people, with family, and I know, like, or with few friends. Have they ever pointed out a certain annoying quality after they spend a lot of time with you? Like, have they said, "ये quality ना, मतलब बहुत ही annoying है." What was that moment for you and why?
Oh my God. So during lockdown,
Ah.
I've been staying with my parents, and the one thing I still don't have an answer for is their fixation and obsession with wanting to wake me up early in the morning and make me sweep and mop the floor the first activity. after a few days, I was like, but if I do it at 11 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon,
What
how
does it
does
matter?
it change anything? But
Thank you.
no, I still don't have an answer for that. Like, is this all of us Indians?
If you could choose, in this lockdown, a few actors that you could be from the industry, who would you pick and why? Someone who keeps you entertained.
I feel like I would just want to live their life for a day or two, maybe, would be Gal Gadot. What a Wonder Woman she
Oh
is.
my God.
Um, I don't know how she does it because, like, I think she's having a third child now, and she's Wonder Woman. See, women are breaking barriers. You can be a mother of a child or two or three, how many ever you please, and you
And
can
kick
be a
ass.
Wonder Woman at any age you like. So yeah, Gal Gadot.
All right, a rumor about yourself that makes you laugh.
Read this article in the paper, okay, about myself one day out of a sudden. It said that Prachi has left this industry. She's not interested in working because she's getting married abroad. So I was like, are you mistaking me for someone else? Or maybe they know about my life more than me.
Tell me the weirdest thing you had to do in an audition. That now that you think back and saying, thank God I didn't do it. Like, why were you even asking me to do that?
Okay, that reminds me. This is just before, like, I got my first TV show break. There was this random call I got. So I did a modeling workshop for a couple of days, and this was the first ever call that I got. And this person said, we're doing a music album, like a song, and we would like to audition you for that. And trust me, I had no clue of what an audition is or what do you go there and say or do. And this person comes in and he's like, so we're making a song, can you dance for us? I was like, dance here now, like just like this. So he said, I'll play music for you. And I was like, maybe I just don't want to dance for you alone in this room like this. So I think I'm getting a call. And that's it. I just left from there because it was so strange. It was
You were
just
like
like
random,
weird.
like dance.
At least if you see more people in the room, if probably there's an audition camera, or this is what I'm saying now. At that time, I didn't even know like how auditions happen.
Correct.
If you see more people there, then you know it's legit or whatever. Other than that, I was just like, oh my god, like maybe not. I don't know.
Ah.
So yeah, that.
What were the kind of advices that you got that you didn't take, but they were pretty weird again?
All my life, the only advice I got was that I need to change my image. I need to be hot and sexy. I need to be doing sexy photo shoots. I need to do roles which will change my image into a hot girl. And I don't get it, Rudrani. I'm just like, why does an actor or a female actor, her whole being, why does she have to only be defined by whether she's hot or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, and which is still very prevalent. So, and trust me, even got this from some very nice directors, actors that I've worked with. Even they have given me this kind of advice. Oh my God. I have to tell you, Shillong was a revelation. This was the first time in my life that I got a chance to go to Shillong, and that too with a team with who I had so much of like fondness and like nostalgic value with.
Moving on to my last segment, I show you pictures from your Instagram, which
Oh,
which I've picked up. Maybe you don't remember them. Some random pictures I'm going to show you. All you have to do is tell me the memory of that picture, what you were thinking when
okay.
you were posting it, what was
Oh,
happening in
wow.
the picture, and the bond that you share with the person. So, Prachi, are you ready?
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, are you ready for the first one?
Oh, yes.
I love this.
Oh my God. That's my mother. That's my mother, Amita. The picture on top is of her holding me as a baby, and I believe this was taken in Panchkani. This was one of her early on or first ever visits there. I think I was 1 or 2 years old over there. But I can't get over myself even laughing, like smiling for the camera at that time. Like in that little monkey cap, I'm like, I'm going to smile. You won't believe me, but I was crazy naughty, that's for sure. I don't think like my parents put together and my nani and everybody put together could handle me apparently.
I'm sure this brings back memories.
Oh my God. I have to tell you, Shillong was a revelation. This was the first time in my life that I got a chance to go to Shillong, and that too with a team with who I had so much of like fondness and like nostalgic value with. So yeah, this the place is beautiful. I think we all like we became our best selves at that time because we were sort of cut off from everything else. Like we were cut off from the rest of the world. And I have to tell you that the nature and just the quiet and calm of Shillong, you sort of don't think of the city life anymore, at least while you're there. So that was really beautiful and very, very memorable.
This is a very Zoom happy space picture because look at it.
This is me in snow. I freaked out like a little child, I have to tell you. This was in Manali. And again, one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. Once you go to places like these, like Manali, this was in, you don't want to come back for a long time. But it was so beautiful and just amazing. I went there immediately after my rock onto film shoot, and I just like sort of took these 3-4 days off, and I had like the best time of my life.
I remember we had spoken about this, and I really want to know. I want to see what memories come back to you.
This particular picture is from one of my earlier films that I just did. It's called Kosha, and it was the first time that I colored my head. This drastic a color, I liked it so much that I stayed on with it for so long, even after the shoot. A little bit of that shoot is still remaining, and that's the kind of film where some of the effects is what takes a very, very long time. Even
Yeah.
whether it's little or a lot, it just takes really long. So
But it
yes,
looks
we should
very cool.
hopefully hear soon. Thank
Yes,
you.
this is super
Yeah.
cute. This,
Oh.
this, and this kind of.
This is what I'm talking about. When you swipe the picture as a baby, I don't know what I was thinking and just smiling all the time at the camera. So that was me. I saw my sister after a really long time. This was in 2019. I think just before the lockdown, that is 2019 or 20. And she came down from Australia. She lives in Sydney, and she came down from Australia that time for like New Year's. We went to Dubai just for a couple of days to meet our closest friends there, and we were at the coffee shop, and we managed to get this picture because my sister like will rarely pose for pictures with me and all of that. So I was like, wow, I need to frame this. And I think putting it up on Instagram is sort of these days like as equal to framing the picture. So yeah.
Thank you for being you, Prachi, and thank you for having that patience, and thank you for being who you are.
Thank you for always, I think, just bringing out the best that's on our minds. And with you, I just feel like it's such a free flowing chat. I can just talk about anything under the sun, and I can be so honest about it. So thank you for always like putting us in that kind of a comfortable spot.
Listen, lots of love. I can't give you a hug, so this is what I can go do for you. Bye.
Please do watch it and tell me what you thought. Oh
Lots
no.
of love. Bye.